Hello there, it's Halo with the Armageddon Report. First we're going to take a look at this map, then we're going to do something a little bit experimental. Right, I promise, no drugs involved. Unless you like drugs, you do that on your own time. You know, it's not requisite for this experiment. Anyway, severe weather outlook map, here is what it is. Previously, the tornado chance was as high as 5%, which is still fairly low, but they've dropped it even further, just down to 2%. But today, the big threats are wind, hail, and even significant hail in areas. But first, here's the experimental thing. So, I don't even know what I'm looking at. But apparently, one of the models that was used for short-term forecasting, I don't know if they pronounce it the RUC or the RUC, stands for Rapid Update Cycle. Apparently, it's been superseded by Rapid Refresh. And this is a high-resolution Rapid Refresh, or however that's pronounced. So I have no idea how I even ended up on this page, probably from a Google search or whatnot. But so you can type in that address, because I have no idea what link it is if you go off the main page. And then what I've noticed. So this is actually the Rapid Refresh models. And I, of course, since I only really understand composite reflectivity, which is basically like radar, right? That's what most of us think of when we think of radar. Is composite reflectivity. What I've noticed is it seems like the things are not always filled in, so you have to go back. And this is all in Zulu. So if you're in Eastern, you subtract 4 from the time. If you're in Central, you subtract 5, so on and so forth. So if we back up, yes, then we see that they have all of this and goes all the way out to Friday at 5 Zulu. But anyway, you can do loop. Whoops, that was the wrong one. A little bit too experimental. What I meant was composite reflectivity. We click on the check mark. Who even knew that was a link? Anyway, so this is, hey, I'm psychic. Now, of course, part of the problem is it doesn't stall, it just, it just quickly bounces back. So if you look at this, what it looks like is that the Rapid Refresh model is showing that the storms that are out there right at the moment, which would be hour 2, I believe, is right now, are apparently going to form into a squall line. That would be that Boeing type thing, QLCS, quasi-linear convective system. There you go. So that is the experimental thing, so that's what you could do if you want to look at predicted radar or something. Anyway, moving on. Here's what's happening right at the moment, or right at the moment as of when I loaded the page. So we've got severe thunderstorm warnings and flash flood warnings going on. Michigan and Alabama, the flash flood warnings. Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan are the severe thunderstorm warnings. And that's that thing that supposedly is going to turn into one of those big QLCS thingamajiggies. That is the appropriate scientific term. There's also a couple of severe thunderstorm watches in effect. Michigan, Illinois, and Wisconsin are affected by the different things here. Here's what's going on right at the moment. And there will probably be more because, again, if we go back here, there's a huge area of slight risk and one down there in Texas as well. So now we break it down into the probability, the specific probability maps where we see this is the wind map. So as high as a 30% chance today and a 15% down there. And then 5% going all over the country practically. Here's the hail map, which looks sort of similar except for the black hatch area. It looks like it expands it a bit too. So we've got as high as a 30% chance of hail, 15 down there. And then the black hatched area is where the 2-inch or larger hail, that'd be quote-unquote significant hail, is possible. It's possible everywhere, but it's more likely to occur in the black hatched area. And then the tornado chance, previously it was like 5% there, but they've downgraded it as of the latest, so just to 2%. So tornado, not the hugest threat. Most huge. I'm not sure which word is correct. Anyway, so let's take a look at this one to describe the numbers if you're not familiar. So 30%, that means pick any point in the red area, and that means that there's nearly a 1 in 3 chance that any of those random points, our neighbor within 25 miles of them, will see a severe hail event. And then, of course, in the black hatched area, there's the additional chance that it might be a significant hail event. Hail event, right. Tomorrow, we've got 3 slight risk areas going on around, so a huge area affected there. We got New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, something. Texas, Oklahoma going on down there is the specific probability map. Well, again, significant severe weather potential. And it's probably, again, I did not read it ahead of time to see if they discussed it, but it's probably going to be significant hail, because that's what it's basically been every time that there's been a significant area forecasted. So probably very large hail is what's going to be expected, or possible, not expected, but possible in the Black Hatched area. And day after tomorrow, 3 slight risk areas again, and it looks like it's almost basically a duplicate down there, yeah, of what day 2 and day 3, if you're in these areas, it's basically the same exact thing, one day after the other or something. So, and we'll move on to here, so we can see again, and in a similar area, right, with the significant probabilities, probably significant hail. And then, of course, 5% stretching out, combining them all together, making them contiguous, or a word like that. And we finally have something on the map. So day 4, we have, instead of it saying predictability too low, the Storm Prediction Center has put something on the map. So whatever those states are, that day 4. However many days out that is, what is that Monday? It's whatever May 6th is. I'm not good at the dates. Right, but let's slip or go back here so we can play. Oh, here's what's going to happen today. So as you can see, yeah, something was going to start and then it's going to dissipate and then it's going to generate. It's going to generate up there. Apparently, that's where the flash flood is. There's going to be stuff. I don't know. Anyway, right, Wicked Wix, WICKED. WX.com, weather.gov, if you type in that whole thing, rapidrefresh.noaa.gov, CONUS, right, if you want to go look at that, and enjoy the rest of your day.